बार स्टार्ट करते हैं, अभी रुक जाना अक्षय, अभी ना स्टार्ट करना again. Okay, so we were discussing about this CH3, that is methane. Okay, so methane is a very important gas and we'll be studying it in organic chemistry as well. So we have seen the bonding of it, so let's make the last and the final ultimate structure will be something like this. Okay, or CH4, and it's not an atom anymore, it's a molecule. Molecule is a structure which is a compound of many atoms together. Yes or no? Now let's discuss polar covalent compounds. I hope that everybody must have heard the word of polar covalent compound, isn't it? Some covalent compounds are there, but they are polar also. So have you ever seen a covalent compound which is having any power on them? Have I ever written that it is having negative power, positive power? Have I written this? Tell me. No, no, because they don't have any charge. Any charge is not present in them. Okay. No negative, no positive charge. Okay. Is it understood? Tell me, then I'll continue further. What we'll be discussing now is the exact opposite of this. So let's start. So just give me a minute. Yeah. So CH4 we have studied. Let's study about polar covalent compounds. Okay, they are also a form of covalent compounds and they are known as polar covalent compounds. Okay, very important topic. Polar covalent compound. And I will give you this now in the following chapters also, in H2SO4, HCl, NH3, ammonia means. Okay, the chapters which are there in ICSC. Yes. Akshay, you want to ask anything? Yeah, so polar covalent compounds are the compounds which are having a polar charge. I told you, na, polarity is something which has two poles, a negative pole and a positive pole, like HCl. I will tell you this in the chapter HCl as well. I'll ask you and I'll check whether you all know or not. So now comes uh, a topic which is known as electronegativity. Okay, electronegativity. In day before yesterday's topic, that is periodic table and properties, I've told you what is electronegativity. The tendency to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself, isn't it? So the same thing happens here also. HCl, what happens here? H is having only one electron in its outer motion and Cl is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 7 here. Okay, they both will share, of course. Okay, and what we'll call them? We'll call them covalent. Okay, but what happens after this is very tragic. Chloride actually is like the Britishers who first come to do a trade. They are trading. Okay, and after that they conquer the whole electron. They were share. They were say it first said that I will come and share, but then what it did was it took it away from HCl. Like what? Like this. See, H is now away and his ion, his electron is now in the hands of chlorine. See how clever chlorine is, isn't it? Isn't it? It's not so close, but yes, it's very near to chlorine and very away, far away from hydrogen. Okay, like this. Is it clear? What has chlorine done? Chlorine has attracted the shared pair of electrons towards itself. Is it clear or not? तो देखो अभी क्या हो रहा है इसमें कि now we'll now we'll say that chlorine is more electronegative than hydrogen. Okay, so now because of this thing happening, we'll get a new phenomena here, and that is known as polar covalent. They were covalent first of all, but now hydrogen is having no electron. Yes, in touch with him, very close to him. That's why it is now positively charged, because no electron is there, so positive charge. And here a lot of electron is there, and here is an extra electron also added up here very near to chlorine, so it has developed a slight negative charge. Okay, and we represent it by delta plus and delta minus. This is delta. Okay, delta, not this delta, it's another one. Okay, in physics also you must have studied this in angle of deviation, isn't it? So this is all about polar covalent compounds. I'll give you one more example, that is ammonia, NH3. Okay, NH3, let's see its composition. We have just seen it a few pages ago, isn't it? Ammonia molecule, we have studied that, isn't it? So what happens in ammonia? Nitrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen, and hydrogen, they all share hydrogen 1 1 1, and nitrogen is having 5, so it will just share, yes, so it will just share 1 2 and 3, and then 2 will be left here. So this is the bond formation which we have studied just now. But what happens is that nitrogen is very clever, and it just attracts all the other electrons towards itself like this. I'll show you. See, can you see this? And hydrogen bechara, the one who was the owner of its electron, is now lying far away. Is it clear? Is it clear? तो देखो अभी क्या हुआ? So here we will say that nitrogen is more electronegative. ठीक है? Nitrogen is more electronegative. That's why what will happen when we make the whole compound, if we'll make it like this: H, H, and H, and we'll write in top of it that it is having a delta minus, delta plus, delta plus, delta plus. And here also in HCl, we'll be writing like this: HCl, delta plus and delta minus, isn't it? It's clear, crystal clear. Some of the properties now. Okay, very important part. So like we studied some of the properties, like the physical state, the melting and boiling point of electrovalent. Now we'll be studying some of the properties of covalent. Okay, so the properties of covalent, what all properties did we study? We studied about the physical state, solid, liquid, or gas. Okay, physical state. Then we studied about the melting and boiling point. Okay, thirdly we studied about what? Ionization and dissociation, no, conductivity. And lastly we studied about ionization and dissociation. Okay, dissociation. So first of all, physical state. So physical state, what can be its physical state? Just think yourself, what can be its physical state? Physical state of this, there is no such strong attraction between the electrons and the protons, because there is no charge, no positive, no negative. How in the world will there be a bond, a strong bond? So here they may be solid, liquid, gas. Okay, because they have weak force of attraction. Okay, like chlorine we studied is a gas, bromine is a liquid, iodine is a solid. Okay, anything. Like if I give you an example, iodine, I2, liquid, bromine is the only liquid metal, isn't it? Non-metal, sorry. And gas is what? Chlorine, we all know, is a gas, bloody gas. So
these
now,
are non-metals.
yeah, so melting and boiling point, these are having a low melting and boiling point because they're having very weak intermolecular force of attraction, isn't it? Very simple, guys. So it's having a weak, yeah, it's having a weak bond, so it will be having a low melting point and boiling point. Okay, don't confuse this BP with the blood pressure wala BP. Okay, it's boiling point. Conductivity, what will be the conductivity? They are not a bad conductor. Okay, they are not bad conductor of heat electricity, but they are not a good conductor as well, because they are not having free electrons. Is there any free electrons in just except polar covalent compounds? In polar we have plus and minus charges, free electrons, ions we are having for conduction of electricity, but in the rest we didn't have any charge. Okay, so conductivity will be not bad, not good, so are not bad conductors. Okay, you'll just write are not bad conductors. So if you want to make your friend happy that he's a good singer, don't say you are a good singer, otherwise he'll be super confident. You just ask, you just say to him that you are not a bad singer. That means he's not a good or a bad singer either. Okay, so that is a convincing thing here. It's not a bad conductor and a good conductor as well, it's intermediate. Okay, so ionization and dissociation, what will be there? These compounds are insoluble in polar covalent compounds. Okay, sorry, polar solvents, these are insoluble. How will they be insoluble? Because they are not having any charges. NaCl can be Na plus Cl minus, sorry. So Na plus Cl minus can be dissolved in water. Why? Because water is having H plus and O2 minus, है ना? Plus Na plus will be attracted by minus of oxygen, and this will be attracted by this, isn't it? So they get dissolved. But here they are not having any charges, isn't it? Are they having any charges here? Are they having? So they are not having any charges. So what will be there? They are insoluble in polar solvents like water. Okay, polar solvents, as these are non-polar in nature, since they are deprived, as they are non-polar. I always write polar as popular and then erase it and again write as polar. Okay, polar. Okay, they are deprived of ions. They don't have any ions. Okay, so this was all for today's session, everybody. Now we'll be ending the session. Those who have watched it on YouTube, please make sure that you have taken down notes wisely, and please just visit our channel, which is there in the description. Okay, and you can just stop the recording.